Alright my friends, so welcome to today's episode right here on this character editor place, in this tutorial series right here. And in today's video we will start with the creation of some hair, okay? And what you will need is that you will first of all need to set up some things right here in ROBLOX Studio, which I'm going to explain to you of course. And then you'll need a program, software called Blender. You guys probably know about it, so especially those of you who model or who want to model. So Blender is a program which is mainly used in Roblox for modeling, but also for creating animations. But you can also create many other cool things with it. But we will use it to model some stuff on it, and we are going to model the hair for our character editor right here, okay? So what you want to do in ROBLOX Studio to make this work is that you want to click on your dummy's hat, and then you want to right click and then export selection, okay? And then you want to save this somewhere on your computer or on your laptop, and then you want to re-import it in Blender. So I'm gonna do this now, and I'm gonna be back in Blender. All right, right here in Blender, the first thing which happens is this, okay? So you see this little scene right here. I'm gonna be enabling this plugin right here, so I've downloaded it to make you guys see my inputs right here, as you can see. Because I'm not going to really explain Blender. So if you want to see a Blender tutorial, then watch someone else's video. I'm just going to, explain to you how you can use Blender in order to create here, but I'm not going to explain what every key does, okay? For those purposes, I have enabled that plugin right here. So what you want to do after deleting everything is that you want to go to File, Import, and then OBJ, and then you want to import that file which you have just exported. So once you do that, it might look like this, okay? So there is no head whatsoever. So if that is the case, then click spacebar and then write in origin and then set origin. And you want to set your geometry to the origin. So the origin is this orange dot right here, and you are setting the geometry, which is the head, to that origin. And when you enable the rendered modes, you can also see the face. Well, apparently not. Well, that used to be the case back then. I don't know. But never mind, it is not that important. So, when you want to create hair in Blender, there are different ways to approach this, okay? I'm gonna be showing you one way, which is about using curves and Beziers, so Bezier curves. But you can also use meshes right here, so planes, cubes, whatsoever. But I'm hopefully gonna show you everything you guys need to know when it comes to creating the hair. So I'm gonna be starting off with this Bezier curve method. So what you want to do is that you want to I've just called this a Bezier curve, but it literally is a Bezier and a circle, okay? So what you want to do is that you want to import both or insert both, and then you want to click on this curve right here, and now you want to go to geometry and then to bevel, and then you want to select this circle as an object. As you can see, we now have gotten this part around here. So this code, when you want to call it a code. So what you can do now is that you can move those dots right here around as you wish. You can shrink them down. So I recommend to press Alt and S to do so. As you can see, this works fine. I can even extrude this one. And yeah. So what you want to do is that when you start editing this, you can also, as you can see, edit the shape of this strain. So this one thing, this object is going to be your hair strain. And what you want to do is that you want to clone this and place it all over the head. And this is a method which consumes a lot of time, to be honest, but it makes the result better, in my opinion. So that's just to discuss some of the advantages and disadvantages. You can also take this and size it down if you want to. You can literally make any hair out of this. So once you have found out your shape right here, you can start by, just placing those strains. So there is one more method I would like to introduce to you when you want to work with this method. You can literally go to modifier and add a mirror modifier. As you can see, right? Yeah. So once you've found out what your axis is, you can literally just do this. So if your hair is symmetrical, then this is very, very recommendable to you. So then you can literally just clone on one side and then see the effects on the other side as well. Okay, so everything right here is mirrored right here, so that's the advantage of it. Obviously, you still haven't understood. So I'm gonna be creating, yeah, just some random ass hair right here, and then we are going to export this into ROBLOX Studio, and I'm gonna introduce you another method in the next video so that we can cover up as much methods as possible. And then I'm gonna be creating some hair maybe in some future episodes, and then I'm gonna show you how you can use this hair after you have created it inside of your character editor. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be speeding up the video at that point, and I'm gonna be back once it's done. Alright, so here we are back. So this hair looks like pure shit, but it is just for test purposes, okay, so that I can show you how this works. So it is very important that when you work with this method, that you keep an eye on the amount of triangles you have down here. As you can see, it says TRIS, stands for triangles, over 200,000, okay? And Roblox back then only allowed meshes under 10,000. I don't know if they have changed it, because I really haven't been doing much about, meshes lately. And yeah, so what we want to do is that we want to convert this thing into a mesh. And you can do that by selecting it and going to Object, Convert to, and then curve from Mesh Text. The problem is that, where is it? Yeah, now it works. Wait. I'm sorry. You had to pick Convert to Mesh from Curve. So the second option right here. Now you can get rid of the hat. Nah, do not get rid of the hat yet. You can get rid of the circle right here. So what you want to do now, in order to lower the amount of triangles right here, is that you want to add a modifier called decimate. And you just want to shrink down the number a lot. As you can see, picking 0.05 makes us go to 10,000, but we want to even get below that. So this is okay, I think. Now, when you want to make this look fancier, you can also add some other modifiers right here. So maybe this add split modifier if you want to. What happens when I add this to it? Now this will probably this will increase the amount of triangles. All right, this is it. You can now delete the head, and then you have your mesh, right? And you can now go to File, Export, and OBJ, and export this to Roblox. And then we're going to see each other back in Roblox. All right, so here we go, back in Roblox Studio. So what you want to do in order to be able to use this here is that you want to right-click on the workspace, and you want to add something called accessory. And then in the next step, you want to add a mesh part. Then you want to call this one handle. Okay, that's important. And then you go to mesh ID and then click on this folder icon. And then you have to import the mesh which you have just exported. All right. So I'm currently importing it. There we go. There it is. Now you can design it as you wish to, but we are going to, just do this via character editor later on. I'm just here to show you how you can attach the hair onto your dummy automatically by using this accessory instance right here. So as you can see, you have to move in this mesh part inside of this accessory instance, and you can move this accessory instance inside of your dummy, for example. And then when you're lucky, it automatically fits. In this case, it does not, and in most cases, it will not. And if that is the case, then all you got to do is that you have to play around with attachment pos, for example. So you can now play around with the numbers to see how it moves. So, wait. So this attachment pos right here is responsible to determine the position of your hair. Now, attachment forward and so on, they are responsible for the rotation. So when I add a 1 right here, you will see that it rotates. Now, when I add 1, 0, 0, you'll see that it has rotated and is now facing this way. All right, so this is just to give you a short overview on how things work. And as you can see, we could increase this number a little more, and it is totally fine. Now, you can move this outside of the dummy. That's important. So move it outside and then move it back in once again, just to verify that the positioning and everything else is fine, okay? Now you can call this whatever you want to. I'm going to be calling this hair 1, and that's it. So that's the way in how you can create your own hair inside of Blender. And we are now going to take a look at other methods in order to create hair in the next video. And then we are going to be creating some hairs, and then we are going to, continue to work by filling in the hair into our GUI and then being able to select the hair to select a color whatsoever or material. So that's all stuff which is going to be featured in the next video, guys. With that being said, subscribe, turn on notifications, like, comment, see ya.